Hello, everyone. How are you today? Thumbs up? Good. Okay, let I share my screen first with you. Okay, got it. Can you see it? Okay, good. Okay, welcome back to our discussion on The Part is X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Today, we are going to take a closer look at Xiomara's relationship with Amon and what it shows us about her feeling, who she is, and her emotion. We will explore how healthy relationship helps growth and how writing gives us a voice when we are not ready to speak. And of course, make sure you have your book, a pen or a pencil on your table, please. So you see our agenda for today and you know clearly what we will do for today. Is it right? Okay. Let's begin today's lesson with a quick game named Matching the 7C of Healthy Relationships. In here, I have pictures that represent for the 7 traits to make a healthy relationship, which include commitment, that's meant to share visions and effort. Number 2, connections, that means they bond relationship through activities and fun. Number 3, communication, listening and being honest. Number 4, care. That means empathy, showing kindness and concern. Number 5, capacity, being trustworthy and open to growth. Number 6, compromise, adjusting the goals together. And the last one, 7, that means conflict resolution. That means solving the problem with respect. Now I have some situation and I will read and then you all will tell me what kind of characteristic or traits in here in this relationship, okay? So now for the first one, the first situation. One person check-ins with the other before making plans. Okay, Michael, good job. That is communication. For the scenario 2, two people hang out every Friday after they're doing homework together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Elizabeth. Connection. Great job. Scenario 3. One friend apologized after a misunderstanding and they talk it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now conflict resolution or compromise. Good job. Check. Scenario 4. Listen. A classmate stays after school to have you study even though they're tired. 1, 2, 3. Mary, care or commitment. Good. You did great. Yes, these 7 C's of healthy relationship are really important. And today we are going to look at how they show up in Xiomara and Amon relationship. Some are strong already and some are still growing. And now I will read aloud 2 poems and then we together will discuss and analyze to think about how Xiomara and Amon relationship show the elements of a healthy connection. Are you ready? So you will open the book with the poem named Talking Church. And now listen, I will read for you. Talking Church. So you go to the church a lot, right? Amon asked as we walk to the train. And any words, I have to sight jump off my tongue because this is it. Either he going to think I'm a freak of the church, who too holy to do anything, or he's going to think I'm a church freak trying to get it on with the first boy who tries. X. And I try to focus on that. How much I love this new nickname. How it's such a small letter, but still fits all of me. Xiomara. I finally turned to look at him. Yeah, my mom is big into church, and I go with her and to confirmation classes. So your mom is big into the church, but you, what are you big into? And I let loose the breath that I was holding. And before I know I'm going to say then, the words have already escaped my mouth. You already know I'm into poetry. And he nods, look at me, and seems to decide something. So what's your stage name, Xiomara? And I'm so glad he changed the subject that I answer before I think. I'm just a writer, but maybe I've the poet X. He smiles. I think that fits you perfectly. Okay, class. So let's discuss this poem together. So in this scene, Amen asks Xiomara about her faith. What did she ask? The whole class read again, please. So you go to the church a lot, right? These questions make Xiomara feel nervous because she isn't sure how she will respond to him. As we discovered yesterday, she is not a good Catholic. She doesn't want to go to the church. She doesn't want to go to the confirmation class, but because her mother pushed her. So now with that question, she don't know. She doesn't know how to answer. But Amen doesn't praise her or judge her. Instead, when she starts to share her thoughts, he listens quietly, letting Xiomara speak when she's ready. This movement, which shows what characteristic of the seven healthy relationship here? Yes, that is the communication. Amen is not just talking to Xiomara, he really listening with care and empathy. And here is also show the capacity in their relationship. Amon demonstrates openness and trustworthiness by respecting what Xiomara is comfortable with when she changed the topic into poetry. She knows that Xiomara will feel more comfortable with that one, which helps her feel more honest and confident. So in this poem, we see two elements of the seven traits of relationship, communication, capacity. And I believe you can find some more in your activity later. Okay, now let's move to the second poem. Ah, one more thing, please. And especially in this poem, Talking to Church, we know the meaning of the book title we are learning. Read the whole class, please. What is the title of the book? That is the Paris X. And in here, this poem is reflect. I just a writer, but maybe I be the poet X. Thanks to Amen question. So what's your stage name, Xiomara? She now discover she will be the poet X. So what does this mean? X is a letter for something unknown or figure itself out. Xiomara, until now, what we discussed during this day doesn't have all the answers about herself. But through poetry, through writing, it helps her find her voice, it helps her find her identity, and from now, her is X becomes her name, her shield, and her strength. Okay, got it? Yes. Now we will move to the second poem. That's poem named About Eight. And with that poem, could I invite someone volunteer to read for the class, please? Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Can you read, please? About A. Every time I think about Amond, poems build inside me, like I've been gifted a bunch of metaphor Legos that I stack and stack and stack. I keep waiting for someone to knock them over. But no one at home cares about my stripping. Shrimps are oblivious, although happier than he usually looks. Maybe thinking I'm doing homework. Baby, ignoring me as usual, Aka being baby. Me writing pages and pages about a boy and reciting them to myself like a song, like a prayer. Thank you, Elizabeth. You did a good job. Very good. Thank you. So now, class, in the poem about A, what do you see here? Yes, Xiomara writes a serious poem about Amen. It's personal, it's serious, and she gives it to herself. She said that she repeated and she read like a prayer. Like a prayer, can you believe? Like a song, like a prayer. It's a very, very sacred word here. So what do we see here? That shows Xiomara is open to herself. She open to her writing, to her poetry. Here, there is a mix of care and hidden connection, showing that she valued Amon's presence in her life. She cared about Amon. She wants to know more about Amon, and she wants to improve their relationship too. So, you see, yes, you see, through this poem, we know how important the healthy relationship we hope will have them to improve in our life. We need friends. We need friends and we need to know ourselves too. Okay? Okay. So now we move to the class activity today. I will divide you all into 3 groups. Okay. Let's count with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, good job. So now group 1 will move to this corner. Thank you. And group 2 will move over there. Thank you. And group 3, you will move here. Thank you. So for each group, you will receive the poem and open the poem from your book. So the first group will be the poem At My Train Stop. Got it? Yes. So the second group, you will have the poem The Day. You got it? Okay, thank you. So the third group, your poem will discover about AIDS, and this one with the full text, and you will for close reading. Okay, so now in group, let's look closely at one of the 7 C's in Xiomara and Amon relationship. Pay attention to the words, to the tone, to the voice. Okay, got it? And then after you have read it together, you will fill out this chart for me, please. So in this chart, I will have 3 columns. The first column will be characteristic C of a healthy relationship. Yeah, I will post the chart with the 7 healthy relationship again for you when you start your job. And the second columns will be the lines from the story. It means that you will use the quotes from the poem that you receive, okay? And then the third column will be explain your choice of the lines of the quotes you choose. Understand? Okay. Is there any question before we start? Okay, very clear. Okay, now let me go and distribute the charge for you. You have this, just fill out these 3 columns to this paper. Okay, this is for group 1. This is for group 2. Group 3, good luck. Okay, you can start now with your friends. And while the group is working, I will also have to support for the ELL or for the IEP students. First, I will remind them of the 7C healthy relationship, explain to them one more time, and then I will have them to choose a poem, either of them, and then, of course, with the poem they choose, I will help them to highlight a healthy relationship cause so that they have the prompt to think about that. And especially for them, I will provide a simplified organizer compared to the other student. It means that they will have the sentence starter so that it's easier for them just think a little bit and then they fill out the sentence. For example, we see this you choose after they choose the characteristics they will write I chose blah 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 because something blah blah blah. So what codes in the poem the code then they choose it show that, and this is important because Xiomara, so I think with this prompt it will help them to easier to think and do the assignment with their other friends. So after maybe about 7 or 8 minutes, I will call the class together and we continue with the lesson plans. Okay, class, time for the group work is over. Okay, can you come back to your seat and we will share together what you have there. Yeah, let's see what we have here. Okay, very good. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. I will share with you all. Now, everyone look at your work. Group 1 with the poem at my trend stuff. Yes, you have find out the communication and connection at the traits. Yes, good job. And then you use the quotes from the poem. Very good. You know, with this quotes, it will support your chosen and with it will support what you will explain here. Yes, Amen. Keep the conversation open, respect Xiomara space, and show patience. Yeah, you see there are a healthy relationship between them because they support each other. Good job for group 1. Okay, let's see what we have with group 2 with the poem about A. Yeah, so you find out one more element that is commitment. Let's see what the code you use here. Me writing pages and pages about a boy. Good. So you find out that Xiomara invests deeply in thoughts of Amen, revealing private emotion, dedication, and the time she wants to use for Amen. Good job, group 2. And let's see, group 3. You also did a good job. You find out that a connection, yeah, and care. Oh, okay. Amen touch is gentle, showing respect, comfort, and affection. Thank you, group 3. Great work today, all of you, everyone. Now, as we explore this poem, we see how Xiomara and Amon's relationship is growing, not just in romance, but in trust, care, and communication. So, you know, our topic of the poem we studied today was about how relationship help us become more open and more confident. They are built through honesty and small action to support each other, as we discover in Xiomara and Amon's relationship. And one more thing, for Xiomara, poetry become the way she finds her voice, especially when she's not ready to speak out loud. So, as you keep reading and writing, think about how your own voice and relationship help you grow too. Okay? Okay, now we will move to another part. It's your turn. This is a very special time. It will be your turn to write like Xiomara. Express your thoughts, your feeling, your fears, but keep them just for you. So you will try to write a short poem with few sentences. It could be a friend or a classmate. It could be about a sibling or a parent. It could be someone you miss, or even it could be about yourself. You can use write as a poetic lines, or you can write as a paragraph, whatever you feel comfortable with, and try to use the metaphors if you can, because yesterday we studied about the metaphor already. Okay, you remember the figurative language, the metaphor we discussed in the class from yesterday. So now try to apply that for today practice. And in here, I give you some optional sentences starter if you want to use. For example, if I could tell you anything, I say blah, blah, blah. This is what I wish I had said, blah, blah, blah. And you know, especially with this practice, you may write in English or in your native language. Your writing is private. It is for you. Remember, this poem is for you. Unless at the end you want to share with us. We really appreciate it. Okay, now it's time for you, and I will open a soft music for you to practice it. Okay? Okay, now let's take out your paper and let's take out your pen and pencil and begin with it. This is your music, okay? Hey, class, you did a very, very good job today. Let's celebrate your work. Yes, I'm very, very, very happy when I see each of you pay attention to your poetry. And now, would anyone like to share two or four lines from your poem, please? Great. Thank you, Michael. You are very, very good. Would you please share it? Listen, class. Thank you so much, Michael. You did a good job. Anyone? Okay, thank you, Roberta. Please. One more time. Great, Roberta. Thank you so much for each of you. And as I told you, you can keep this poem for yourself, and you know how to write a poem or how to write the paragraph, especially very honest to yourself, and you can keep it for you. And someday you will know that through writing, you will how to connect with yourself, how to improve your relationship, and how to deal with many things in your life. And now let's finish today's class by adding your KWL chart. Do you remember that? The KWL chart, the one I asked you to keep in your final portfolio. Last week, on the first day with this book, I gave you the KWL chart, the know, want to know, and learn chart. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Very good. Now open it, and under the L column for learn, please write today, class. You can identify the healthy relationship traits in poetry and in real life. Okay, and then another sentence by yourself. You will write, what did you learn about yourself or your feeling while you're writing your poetry? I will give you some minutes so that you can finish today's class with that one. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much, so much, so much for your cooperation today. So now you know how to write your poetry, you know how to develop the healthy relationship like we analyze about the Xiomara and Amon relationship. And now you have one more, at least two more things in your KWL chart. Prepare for your final portfolio. Very, very good job today. For your homework, please continue to read the part what I didn't say to carry that until the part as we are packing to leave. And I will give you the extra credit if you can do this short journal with the topic. Write about the time when communication or compassion help you understand someone better. Okay, that is optional. If you want to get the extra credit, do it. And I believe many of you will do it. Okay, if you have any question, don't hesitate to email me or I will stay here after the class. Don't be afraid to come to me. We can share everything, okay, about the lesson, about anything you want to ask me. I'm willing to spend more time for you, okay? You did a very, very good job today. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Take care and see you soon. Thank you so much.